Hello there and welcome to Aussie Bikers, straight from Aussie Biker headquarters. It's Jonesy reporting to you. Actually, Aussie Biker headquarters, I must confess, is my garage, but still, it's pretty cool. What can you expect from Aussie Bikers? Well, there's a lot. We travel around this great country, we check out many shows. In fact, we also travel around the world with a couple of adventure riders. We also check out one show that was going to happen, but then it wasn't, but then it did. All will be explained when we go to Bombala.
We're at sunny Bombala this weekend.
We're at beautiful sunny Bombala.
But it's not quite sunny. It's a little bit damp. It's been damp for 24 to 36 hours and it doesn't look like it's clearing at the moment. It looks worse.
Sunny one day, wash out the next.
Thanks everyone for making the effort to come. Unfortunately, we're going to have to make a decision here. The committee's decided we're going to have to pull the pin on the show. Sadly, the weather didn't cooperate this year.
It's all looking really good, and the weather's come in started on Thursday, got a couple of thunderstorms, but yeah, last night, on Friday night, it absolutely bucketed down. So with the OH&S type issues, the committee decided to pull the event.
We've had some pretty good days leading up, and then unfortunately, by Thursday night, down she came, and we've been getting flogged. We've got God Squad here, but they haven't held up their end of the bargain.
We've been to this show for lots of years. Really had a good time. Despite the fact that it's raining, there are too many people here who've had some great conversations. The locals have done a great job once again.
The people who come to these events are like a really good bunch. The ones that turn up early are generally the diehards, who will go and enjoy it regardless of how the weather is. And they've all been really good and supportive.
It's the first time we've seen it shut down.
This is my first year. I entered the bike show, likely to win it because there's no bikes in it. It rained.
And it didn't stop raining.
And we drunk.
There's people still riding in. We've still got stall holders here.
Since this morning it's been raining a fair bit, but that doesn't stop us from carrying on. It's all about good fun.
We're going to stay here and enjoy the company of all the people here, so we'll have a great time.
It's been a wet initiation, I suppose you'd say, for Bombala for us, but you know what, it's just nice getting out, meeting people and a different crowd and all that sort of thing too.
We're all set up as vendors, so we may as well have a bit of fun and crank the music up, have a few beers, and I think the whole mood's going to be a little bit more relaxed, but I think we'll end up with one big party this afternoon.
And it's got a good vibe, like might be damp outside, but the spirits aren't damp, so yeah, no, we're rocking.
We've actually supplied the major raffle prize this year, which is a beautiful Thunderbird stall.
Being only a small place, we sell limited tickets. It's a damn good prize, and it goes off tonight regardless. If we don't sell our 500 tickets, if we sell 270, she goes off. So someone's going to have a nice new T-bird.
We got a break in the weather. Everyone hung about. They didn't go home, they wanted to party on, so we thought, why not? We'll do our best to keep everything going.
We've had a few impromptu burnouts, a couple of tyres popped, nice spread of bikes, Harleys, Suzuki's and a dirt bike. This is my old race bike, nicknamed it Eleanor, because it's had a few guys at trying to kill me. So yeah, basically just a stripped down Gixxer. 161 horses at the back wheel, weighs about 150 kilos, loves tyres. Got the 300 Ks again, so that was happy with that one.
That was absolutely awesome. The poor old girl's had a bit of a hard life, but she stood up to one more this year, and I think it might be time to retire, the poor old girl. Yeah, last 3 burnout comps has been here and put in a big effort, top cog, rev limiter, just singing.
Everyone loves burnout, so go out and stir them up and try and make it a fun day.
There's a lot of good bikes there. I think people are going to be happy when they see their trophies.
Best in Show, proudly sponsored by Kel Campbell, and it goes to number 8. Well done.
It's a 2009 FLSTN Harley Deluxe. Built it from a stock standard Deluxe to what we see here now. It has air ride front and back, twin fishtail exhaust, 8-banger handlebars. It's modelled on the American Cholo bikes, and yeah, that's where I was going with it.
It started off as Z1R. Made a few alterations to it, changed the tank because I wanted into the square tank. Took the mags off and put the spokes on in the spokes. She boogs along all right. It's a GPZ 83 motor, not a Mark II motor. 38 flat slides on it, cams are dialed, dyno ignition. Hallam's in Melbourne that we're going to build the bike, done the head porting for me. It's got full Yoshi system, Macintosh rear end, conings, Honda brakes. It's a wrecker special.
We've got a band who's agreed to play on tonight, keep us going, keep the diehards rocking along.
Been coming down here for the last 5-6 years, and it goes into calendar each time we go home again for the next year.
You know, it's not a great weather, but the people are fantastic, you know. And they ride from everywhere, and everybody gets together. It's great. You know, it's just a great event. And I've talked to 100 people, you know. And just every word's been interesting to me. Everybody's a character, you know. And some go, didn't like your movie much. And you go, oh yeah. And they go, ha ha ha.
We love it. We love it for the very fact it is old school. Because we're trying to hang on to old school. It's all changing. And here, these old country towns, all you got to do is look around. And people here, it's hard ass, you know. People come rain or shine. And that's what we want to see. We want to hang on to that which we love. And, you know, this says it all.
We'll rock on again next year regardless, and most of the same heads will be here, plus others.
Yeah, it's bigger and better than ever, hopefully.
Geez, if the show was that good when it was cancelled, how good's it going to be when it's not cancelled? I'll be definitely going next year. It's time now to head over to the Troy Bayliss Motorcycle Expo.
We're at the Sydney Motorcycle Show in Darling Harbour at the new ICC building. It's a fantastic venue, and it's so nice to have everybody here on display. A lot of the brands have got their new bikes which have just been released. Obviously here at the Motorcycle Show is the best place to showcase them.
We're here with Harley Davidson. We've got close to 30 models on the floor. We just launched the all-new Sport Glide, the new 9th Softail to the family. I present to you the all-new 2018 Sport Glide. The first to land in the country just a few days ago is with us here today. It was pretty exciting. We had a big crowd here. Everyone loves the bike, and yeah, as you can see, the crowd's just piling in at the moment, so it's looking really good. From a personal opinion, I think it's a real rider's bike. It's one of those bikes that can be used for city commuting or some, you know, short or long haul trips on the weekend. It's got the quick detachable panniers. It's got the detachable mini bat fairing on it, and just overall with the new Milwaukee 107 engine in it, it's just a lovely motorcycle to ride on the road. Everyone loves the new engine. There's nothing like a new Harley engine. We don't do it that often, so when we do, you know, the company does a really great job in the design. It's up on torque, it's up on horsepower. It's a smoother engine, especially in the Softail. It's got the dual counterbalancer technology in it, so it's still got the Harley traditional shake about it, but in a much nicer way. So you still know you're riding a Harley, but it's just a smooth engine and gearbox, drivetrain-wise. It's lovely. We say it's not just an evolution of product, it's a revolution of product for us. So, you know, we've got now with the Sport Glide, that's 9 new models for 2018. We've redesigned the Fat Boy, you know, the new Fat Bob is an awesome motorcycle out on the road to ride. So we've got a range of motorcycles now in the Softail range that are really exceeding expectations for us, and customers are going to love to ride. My only word to the viewers is, get in there and ride it, because whatever opinion you've got of it, it will definitely change once you put your bum on the seat of a new Harley Davidson Softail. Just from a lightness perspective, the torque, horsepower, you know, the handling characteristics of it, it's a whole new motorcycle, and it's great to ride.
We've actually released 4 new models. Obviously there's one particular one that everybody's been asking us all morning about, and it's the V4 Panigale. This bike is actually a big step for Ducati, because we move into the first mass-produced 4-cylinder engine instead of the twins that everybody knows Ducati for. Yes, it's a completely new engine which is derived directly from MotoGP. So all of the experience and expertise that the team have learned in MotoGP over the last 12 years or so now, they've started to filter through into a production bike. The bike was only revealed last week in Europe. Very, very popular there. We had lots of people waiting to see it here in the flesh.
I think it's a good move for Ducati because you've got to keep developing. I'm really excited about the bike. I'm very excited about the technology because the way in which they've had to get the engine so that they've actually reversed the actual engine to the way in which the wheels turn to balance the bike. I'm very excited about that. It's supposedly the most 100% balanced bike that will come on the road.
So in a way, I think a lot of the sports bike loving population of Australia have been tempted to switch based on 4 cylinders being available with Ducati now.
Wow, yeah, excited. Can you see?
To be or not to be? That is the question when it comes to helmets. You know, the laws have recently changed in Australia to allow riders to wear European standard helmets, but there is still a lot of confusion about the matter. And that's why the Motorcycle Council of New South Wales have released a series of videos to help us understand it all. Check it out.
These 3 videos are an extension of the rider risk videos that we brought out several years ago, and we're able to get the funding from what they call community road safety grants. So when unfortunately you do get pinged for speeding or something like that, that's where the money goes. It goes into this grant system.
Welcome back to Rider Risk. We're going to talk about the how, what and why of motorcycle helmets.
One of the videos shows you what labelling you need to look for on the helmet to be reassured that yes, what you're wearing is compliant. So because people have been to Europe or they go and shop online, we are concerned that when you wear a helmet it needs to be a good fit, because in a crash otherwise the helmet can come loose or it can move around and you don't get the level of protection that really the helmet could provide you. So one of the videos then is about how you look for a helmet to make sure that it's a good fit. Our recommendation is don't wear or don't purchase a helmet you actually haven't tried on, because fit is all important. And then we also took the opportunity to explain some of the testing that's actually done to see whether the helmet is going to give you a good level of protection. So message always goes down better when it's coming from a rider to another rider. We'll continue to look for opportunities where we can get grants to do similar sort of things for riders about issues that riders need to know about to sort of make it safer for them out on the road.
Every couple of years, this great land sees Aussie Trike Fest. This time, it was the Sunshine Coast's turn. Let's catch up with Johann.
Typical Aussie Trike Fest style trikes from all over the country, from as far as WA, Cairns, Tasmania, Victoria. We have it at a different location every 2 years. We had it at the Sunshine Coast, in the sunny hinterland they call it. We had a little bit of rain, but the Sunshine Coast and the Sunshine State tricked us a bit, but that's all part of it. The riding country around Malini and all those areas is just fantastic. The most outstanding ride was probably the long ride on Friday, about 360 k's. We ended up at Somerset Dam at a lunch there, and then everybody made their own way back. That is one of the best things with the Aussie Trike Fest, is you're in good hands and somebody putting a ride together, so you don't have to read the map and find your way. You just line up in the morning and you follow the long trail of trikes, and you get to see the best spots because they know where to take us, and you got no worries in just enjoying a good ride. In the overall, we were probably close to about 100 all up, and that's a magic picture, seeing all the colours and all the modifications and all the makes, models, styles and everything. And there's only one event like this every 2 years in this country, and there will be another one in 2019. Everybody's already nagging us and wanting to know where it is, but stay tuned and we will announce it early next year.
Well, I've travelled a lot around this country on motorbikes, but what about travelling in the greater world? Like travelling around to crazy places like Morocco or the Himalayas? Well, I've never actually done that, but two people that actually have done that join me in the studio right now. From World on Wheels, we've got Mike and Denise. Hello.
G'day, Jonesy.
So the most exotic place you've been to?
Wollongong.
Wollongong?
Wollongong.
It can get
Wollongong's
exotic.
always good, yeah. Overseas, well, we like Morocco. We like the Himalaya. Iceland is personally my preferred destination at the moment. I love Iceland. It's just rugged and wild and untamed, and a very beautiful natural environment to ride in. Denise has a different preference.
Yeah, we've got two different choices. So Mike goes Iceland, I go Indian Himalaya.
Right.
Both are amazing,
Yeah.
but
And they're quite far apart from each other, so is this a separate ride thing, is it?
They're very separate rides and very separate facilities as well. In India, we use the humble old Royal Enfield.
Yeah.
In Iceland, our bike supplier is a BMW shop, so it's BMWs only. So different horses for different courses.
The places you go to, it would be, I find it daunting just to watch The Long Way Down with Ewan McGregor and Charlie Borman. Like, you know, you're stuck in some godforsaken places. You get a flat tyre, you get, I don't know, you get the militia trying to shoot you. Does things like that happen?
Well, no, we've never actually been shot yet, but things do happen. But of course, we have a support crew. And one of the comments that's often made about Charlie and Ewan in the program you just mentioned is that they also had a support crew. We take a support crew with us wherever we go. If there's a flat tyre, you get off the motorcycle, you stand on the side of the road and you say, "Fix that for me, please."
Oh, how good's that?
The mechanics come along with their toolkit, they fix everything up, you're back on the road as soon as possible. All your hotels are booked ahead of time. It's all pre-booked, pre-reserved in your own name. 3 meals a day. It's like people come on a holiday with us, or we don't even use the word holiday, they come on a riding experience with us, and they turn off their organisational brain for 3 weeks. We wake them up in the morning, tell them where they can find breakfast, tell them what time to get on the bike, and we're going that way. See you at the hotel tonight.
What will we be seeing throughout on our show? What have we got coming up?
One week you'll see Morocco, the next week you'll see Iceland, you might see Mexico or South Africa. There's quite a few destinations that we do around the world, and you'll be helping us feature some of those on this wonderful program.
Oh, excellent! And of course, you can check out all the details on our website. Well, shiny side up, guys. Mike, Denise, thank you for joining us.
Thank you, Jonesy. Yeah.
Cheers, Jonesy.
See you on the road.
See you on the road. There's nothing like a hot Harley, but then you don't want a hot Harley. For example, you don't want to be sitting in an ultra classic in peak hour traffic when it's 50 degrees. It's like sitting on a giant blast furnace. And the days of me riding around in a singlet, well, they're long gone. So how do you keep your safety and your cool when you're out on the road? Well, one guy has come up with this novel way of keeping your Harley cool.
Well, look, Australia is a stinking hot place. It's stinking hot today. I reckon we're about 37, 38 degrees where we are now. We've got this 2010 Road King. It's fitted with a Screamin' Eagle Stage 4 kit. One day we were on a run and it was a particularly hot day. I was pushing it a little bit hard, but the whole thing fell apart. A bearing in the tappet seized and threw bits of metal all through the motor. And I thought it was pretty important to find a way of cooling that engine. There's a number of people, manufacturers in the States that make cooling fans that do a similar sort of thing as the ones that I've made. But when I looked at the exchange rate and getting them shipped into Australia, they just seem to be incredibly expensive for what really is pretty simple technology. So I found these fans which look pretty much just like normal computer fans, but they are really high powered. They spin at 13,000 RPM and they put out 180 cubic feet per minute for each fan. So there's a total of 360 cubic feet of air being blasted onto the motor. The Harley's an air-cooled motor. It requires air to move across it to be cooling. And when you're stopped at lights or in other traffic, you're not getting that airflow. So that's what the fans correct. They provide that airflow even when you are stopped. We're now in a car park and we're just having a look at what the temperature's got to. Current engine temperature is up to 195 degrees. Now that's being measured directly from the bottom of the spark plug on the front cylinder. And as we turn the fans on, they are a little bit noisy, but that's because they spin so hard, 13,000 RPM. And you can see that the temperature just keeps on dropping as those fans blow the hot air from one side of the motor through to the other side of the motor. The drop's fairly rapid at the beginning, but as the temperature starts to get closer to ambient, the rate of fall reduces, as you'd expect. We got the temperature down to around about 140, which is about as low as it will get. And then I've turned the fans back off, and now the temperature is rising again. Just as I've been speaking now, it's up to 153 degrees. So you can see that they certainly do make a difference in terms of the head temperature of your engine. The technology of these fans is really quite simple. A couple of high power fans attached to this bracket, and that forces the air past the cylinder head, cooling it down. We have a manual switch, so the idea is to turn them on before the engine gets hot, to stop them getting hot rather than try and cooling it down once it has reached an extreme temperature. And the lead that comes with it just plugs into that pigtail lead that you plug in your battery tender to. So very simple construction, very simple fit. All you need to get them on and off is a 1/2 inch spanner onto that nut there, and the fans are off. So really convenient. You can switch them on and off as you're riding. I switch them on as I approach some traffic and I know I'm going to be in some slow conditions, and switch them off again if I'm riding through some free-flowing traffic or out onto the freeway.
Well, there you have it, our first episode of Aussie Bikers. If you want to stay in the loop, go to our website, aussiebikers.com, and sign up to our newsletter. We'll see you next time. Be careful out there. Shiny side up.